Hi everyone, welcome. We're doing our live Q&A session today, November 25th, the day before Thanksgiving, Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific time as every week, to discuss U.S. immigration and what's going on in the U.S. immigration system. Taking your questions for educational answers, not case-specific answers. Those are things you should go over with your attorney. You know, a lot is going on in the immigration system. As the president's leaving, we're getting all this minefield being set of all these immigration regulations when it comes to the court system for immigration, when it comes to how difficult they're going to be at citizenship and naturalization, how difficult they're going to be at adjustment of status, obtaining the green card. There's a lot of terrible things coming. It's not clear whether they'll be able to fix them, but we'll talk about that and more in a sec. HR asks, I filed my I-485 on 765 and the I-131. That's the green card application plus the work permission plus the travel permission in August. Got receipt notices in a month and nothing after that. On November 20th, I see on USCIS website that no action on I-765 and I-131, but I-485. Yeah, that's normal. Whether the website says there's actions or not, that's completely normal. I wouldn't rely too much on the USCIS.gov website. It's not a reliable thing with the information that they give, but if you filed in August, it's going to be a while until anything happens for your case. So just be patient. That's about it. The biometrics appointments where you do your fingerprints are super backed up anyways right now, so it's normal if you don't have that or if you're not getting those yet, but that's about it. Alex Moss asks, hi, can I apply for citizenship while my I-751 is still pending? This is a question that gets asked a lot. I've done several videos of this on YouTube, but yes, it may be possible to file for naturalization while your I-751 is pending if you satisfy all the citizenship requirements. So we'll talk with an immigration schedule time. We could go over that with my office. There's a question about the National Visa Center. How long does it take for them to get the file once USCIS approves the I-130 process? Well, it's really inconsistent. I have cases where the National Visa Center notifies me that the case is approved before even USCIS notifies me or sends me a receipt. So there's that. Typically, average is 4 to 6 weeks, but there's sometimes 3 months of waiting. And there's times where USCIS mistakenly keeps the case and doesn't even send it out. So you got to keep an eye out when you get the approval notice for the I-130. Read it to make sure they didn't mistakenly mark it for adjustment of status instead of consular processing. And I've had a case where we submitted, we got the consular processing National Visa Center letter, we paid the fee, submitted all the documents, and the National Visa Center confirmed that they have all the documents and we need to wait for an interview. 6 months go by, we contact them, and the National Visa Center says, we never got any of your documents, it's the first we're hearing from you. And I'm like, wait, you send these confirmations, we have tracking proof, we have everything, what are you talking about? And we have to resend everything again because they somehow lost in their system. So it's a very unreliable system, unfortunately. There's timelines just don't make sense. Ajmodi asks, National Visa Center website took adjustment of affidavit of support and DS-260 fees on the 9th of November and still says not paid. What could be the issue? You know, I had a colleague that actually mentioned this as well recently, yesterday or day before yesterday we were talking. They just have glitches, so you got to contact the National Visa Center, send them an email saying we paid the fee. It's been so many days. Is there a glitch, or what can we do to fix that up? Because if you send on the 9th, today being the 25th, that's 16 days or 2 weeks. So 2 weeks is too long. Just maybe send them a notice on their website and say, hey, what's going on? This has not been processed yet. Could you help us with this? Miles says, can you help explain the new bill Trump passed for visa bond for $5,000? Well, it's not a bill that was passed. It's potential words getting out reports that they're going to have people who are getting tourist visas potentially post a monetary bond, post some money, so that if they come to the United States and don't leave like they're supposed to when they're a visitor, they lose out on that money. So by giving that bond, they're more inclined to actually come back to the home country to get that money. And so that's that, and if it goes through, and it goes through, I'm not sure it'll go through though. Donia asks, hi, my 1FK papers are now in the Istanbul embassy. I'm not sure what that 1FK, I think you might mean the K1, but I saw that Fiancé visa is banned now. You know, I contacted the US Embassy in Turkey. First of all, your K1 Fiancé visa in Turkey is handled through, not through Istanbul, but through Ankara, the main embassy. Now, when you email them, they have an auto response, and they said we're not taking any Fiancé visa cases right now, period. Now, there was a lawsuit that said you can't use the COVID-19 travel ban to not prevent people from coming. But their argument is not that they're not doing travel ban interviews or countries that would be travel banned. They just, for security and safety reasons, are not doing anything other than certain U.S. citizen related cases, which does not include fiancé visas. So, you know, you just got to wait to see what's happening with the U.S. Embassy in Ankara in processing these cases. Unfortunately, right now it's just stuck. You know, we'll see what happens with that. But a lot of fiancé visa cases in Ankara. I have fiancé visa cases in the UAE. And the UAE just banned many people from coming into the countries, particularly from Iran. And so these Iranian cases that have fiancé visa cases pending there, what are they going to do? Because they can't even go to the interview. So we don't know what's going to happen. Unfortunately, you just got to be patient and you know, just be patient. That's about only advice that's realistic that we can give you right now. Lemon Juice asks, will a domestic violence arrest problem for my N400 application that happened before I got my green card? It can. First of all, if you had a domestic violence arrest and you didn't mention it in your green card application, that could be an issue. And that could be some fraud, then maybe. But it depends on the arrest, what the charges were, was there a conviction, what was done the rest of that. So I can't give you a specific advice without sitting and talking with you about it. Kinect asks, can case ready to be scheduled for interview, meaning all the paperwork submitted is okay for USCIS? Most likely, I did a video on this on YouTube, but most likely that normally means that all your paperwork is ready. Now we're just waiting for for the USCIS field office to be ready to schedule you for an interview, and that's what usually it means when they said case is ready to be scheduled. Anil asks, I got 4 notice of actions for my adjustment of status application. What does it mean? Well, lawyers don't call it NOAs. That's just people who do case on their own that call it that. But when you file for a green card case, typically there's an I-485 application, so you get a receipt for that. There's an I-131 many times, advanced parole. There's a receipt for that. There's an I-765 work permit receipt. And there's probably an I-140 or more likely an I-130 petition in there that gets a receipt as well. It just means they got your case and they're starting on it, and there's receipt numbers for those cases. Release, what are the vaccines that should have been taken prior to the medical exam? It's not a vaccine that should have been taken prior, but there's a list of vaccines. Check out Form I-693. There's a list of vaccines you can check out there, and you can take from there. Vinicius asks, a wife of a permanent resident, LPR, can go to USA leaving Brazil on tourist visa? No. The ban on Brazil for the COVID-19 travel ban says if you visited Brazil in the last 2 weeks, you cannot visit the United States. There is no exceptions for spouses of green card holders. If your U.S. spouse was a citizen, there'd be exception, but not for a green card holder. Andres says, I sent my I-130 petition to the Phoenix lockbox for my sister back in Ecuador. How long does it take for them to cash the check and send me a receipt? Well, this is really a big issue. USCIS is so backed up right now. I have I-130 cases, I have I-485 adjustment of status applications, I have I-90 green card renewals. They're taking 4 to 6 weeks to cash the check. And it's really stressful because usually it takes for an I-130, it could take as short as 1 week, or citizenship N400s 1 week. But it's taking 4 to 6 weeks, so it's a mess. So easily it could be 6 weeks right now, hopefully not longer. If hopefully you did tracking on your mail so you have proof that it was delivered, but as much as I can tell you right here, it's a really weird situation right now with the huge delays. Daniel asks, my husband filing I-130 and asked for information about the beneficiary in their native written language. What document do they ask? On the I-130 form, it asks your spouse's, whoever the beneficiary is, their name and address in a foreign language if it's not like a Roman script. It's not what documents, you write it in that foreign language. Ask your spouse who speaks whatever language that is, write their name and address in that language. That's about it. Rashim asks, does a receipt notice mean that they're working on my case and processing it? It's been 4 months. Yeah, if you got the receipts, that means they accepted the case for processing. Now, if they're actually working on it, it's not. 4 months is not a big deal. If you got the receipts, if you didn't get the receipts, that's an issue, but just 4 months, it's just 4 months. Everything's backed up. You gotta be patient. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining. We had a lot of good questions today. Sorry I couldn't get to all of them. We got a couple more popping up still. But you know, if you're interested in a marriage green card case, download the guide, the Ultimate Marriage Green Card Guide. Go to www.marriageimmigrationlaw.com. If you'd like to schedule a consultation in my office, just email me at info@jqqlaw.com, jqqlaw.com. The video of this will be written somewhere around here. And if you're watching on the live socials, it's on the About Us page and the profiles and stuff. And we can really have a video consultation and analyze your case, review your documents, so you give proper answers and do a proper inspection of your case which I can't do here just from talking about general stuff. But thank you so much. Paranoid Android says, thank you, Attorney Khosravi. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. And thank you for everyone else who joined. Again, we'll be here next week, but happy Thanksgiving for everyone who celebrates. Until then, God bless. Be safe. Bye, y'all.